good that's the memory they have of it. And he's right. So we're ready to begin our second 3 out of 5 set match here from Waco. This for a spot in the regional final, which is the last 8 in the NCAA tournament. Shane McPherson for Washington, the libero. She's in the different colored jersey. She'll be serving. She was a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week earlier this year and had 21 aces. She's also on the beach team. And the opening attack results in a kill by Allie Stumler.
Really nice job by Gabby Curry, the libero on Kentucky's side, taking control. You'll hear her voice the entirety of this match. A great pass, great set, and a nice high hand swing from Stumler.
Stumler, a 6 rotation player. She's had 33 aces this year. A big power from 21 in white, Claire Hoffman.
Claire Hoffman was a big reason this Washington team was able to beat Wisconsin and Nebraska earlier on in the season. Suffered an ab injury, was out for 4 weeks. They say she's still nursing that back to health. Having a big performance for her would be huge in this regional. They
lost 3 matches while she was out earlier this year. Washington finished second in the Pac-12 behind Stanford. There's Edmonds' first attack.
And a nice job by Edmond, just managing the situation. Not an extremely high set. They're keeping it in tempo, fast pace. She cuts it right through the seam. Beautiful vision, felt the hole, goes right through it.
Leah Meyer into serve. Grad transfer originally from Duke with the service here. She was an all-ACC player at Duke and put her name in the transfer portal for her final year of eligibility. Now getting her MBA at Kentucky, and what a pickup she's been for them.
She's been huge, literally. Physicality she brings to the front row was a necessity for Kentucky.
Lily, the setter, put that back over.
Great dig. And this is exactly what Craig Skinner said. This game is going to have so many long rallies. Who can stay organized? Who can keep plays alive and get the kill at the very end? That's going to be the team that wins.
This is Kendall Paris off the slide. Paris, a junior from Hilliard, Ohio, known normally for her blocking. Lily serving, the setter. Fantastic setter, 2-time All-American. Point Washington. They don't let Lily serve for long.
And that's a really nice job by LMA Powell, the sophomore setter for Washington. She's pushed tight. Usually speaking, you think she's going to just tip it right over the net. That's why you see everybody converge close into the donut, and she goes right over the top of Curry's head down the line.
Bogomolova from St. Petersburg, Russia, in to serve, a redshirt junior. Edmond again. Well, you could feel the vibration of that kill.
There are not many players in this game who can go 4-4 like that, from zone 4 to zone 4. Unbelievable job cutting that sharp angle. That speaks to her athleticism, being able to get so high in the air and make that cut. Phenomenal play.
Edmond, a 6 rotation player as well. She served, but side out Washington. They have not let Kentucky get out of reach. A tight start to this match.
Nice shot by Sammy Drexel, somebody who hasn't practiced all week. Her first practice was yesterday. You and I both watched that. She's had a toe injury. They wanted to see how she could do. I thought she looked great in practice yesterday.
That serve was pretty great. An ace. LMA Powell, the setter from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Was the player of the year twice in that state in high school.
Nice hustle.
Cooper came diving into the table and was able to save it, but Washington ends up winning the rally.
Really nice hustle, but a great ball up to the middle. Quick one set. You have Avi Neese, who's just phenomenal in front. She goes right to the seam of the blockers. Nice control.
Good dig, but it goes out.
Bajema going 4-4 a little bit on her own. A nice set to the outside by Powell. She goes thumb down, able to cut sharp cross court.
Washington, the number 8 seed, playing the number 9 seed Kentucky. Florida from the SEC and Texas A&M all in action today as well. And Washington has now doubled up the score on Kentucky here early.
And I really like what we just saw from Madison Lilly. Junior setter for Kentucky. She brings everybody in, holds them there for a couple of seconds, calms them down, gets them back in order. That's what you need from your setter leader. Oh.
Cooper missed. She hit it out. She was shocked. She thought for sure that was going in.
And Skinner, somebody who challenges quite a lot, going right for the green card.
He has been very successful statistically with his challenges.
Oh, it's a couple of inches out.
But Cooper just, I think, missed. It gives him a chance to talk with his team a little bit. Washington is in their 7th regional in the
have that edge, that confidence, that cockiness that you need. The swag is Kentucky. And so he wants to see his team kind of have that dog. Right now, 9-4, nice start.
He's got to be pretty happy right now. Washington won that challenge. It was not overturned. A little off speed doesn't work by Stumler. But the power does work from Bajema. That's her first kill. Timeout Kentucky as Washington has started red hot, hitting 7-14 to start the match. Now Washington this year's had wins over Wisconsin and Stanford. They're a very good serving team, individually led by Bajema and Powell, but the season ended with a question mark for the Huskies, the regular season.
Yes, it did. A 5-set loss to in-state rival Washington State in front of 5,000 fans, senior night. Kind of a red flag, but Keegan Cook said, you know what? If losing that game was an eye-opener for us and meant we could make it to the regionals, the regional final, I'll take it.
It still gave them a top 8 seed, so they were able to host Cooper this time. No doubt about that being in. That's her first kill.
Nice jump set and just great elevation by Cooper. She goes high through the seam, cross court. Just a really solid all the way around player as a senior for Caitlin Cooper.
Good serve by Curry. She's the Libero of the Year in the SEC. Second straight year she's won that award. Cooper again gets the kill.
Net violation by Sammy Drexel. That's somebody on the screen that you should keep an eye on. Shannon Crenshaw plays middle back defense, really great edge. She moves well, she reads hitter's tendencies. She's a nice piece of this puzzle for Washington.
There's an overpass. And Kentucky can't quite handle it. That was put down by Drexel.
Nice job by Drexel. Curry trying to keep that on her side a little bit too far. I like that Lilly put her hand up to slow it down. Unfortunately, just can't quite get under that for the pancake.
Bajema serving. And a good dig by Bajema. Nice help by Lilly. And the back row attack by Edmond is too strong for Washington.
Really nice awareness by Gabby Curry. She has to set multiple times throughout the duration of that play. She's running forward instead of trying to jack it all the way back, which is hard for a libero to do to the outside. She goes right to that big set, right in the middle, back row attack to Leah Edmond. Nicely done.
Edmond should be a 4-time All-American when that new All-American team comes out.
Tight.
The joust, and it's Lilly who wins it.
Ooh-wee! You got an undersized setter going up, touches it second, and boom!
So
That's
Lilly,
that dog I'm talking about. A little bit of swag from Madison Lilly. I love it.
That's some cat over there. And they're challenging now at Washington is to see if there was a net violation on Lily.
I wouldn't say the net. I would say her right foot looked to be over the line underneath the net when she went up for it.
Let's see.
Well, there she's taken off from it. And they're going to call her in the net. I think she was underneath when she took off to go up for it, but nice power from her.
So the call is reversed. Washington is given the point. And
so, you hate to see it.
I like that. The shorter player, though, they do have an advantage in that joust, right? Because of the leverage, they're pushing up.
Usually it's whoever touches the ball second.
Meyer with a kill off the slide. Lily almost knocked her down in celebration. Wow.
I'd say the little person usually has the better edge because they have a chip on their shoulder because they're smaller.
Lily, junior, she'll be back next year. Strong connection with Leah Edmond. Partnership has worked. Point Washington. Greg Skinner's contemplating another challenge. He's constantly putting his players in an environment of competing.
Yeah, and if you lose in a certain game or a certain match within the practice or drill, you pay for it.
Push-ups.
Sit-ups, crunches, whatever it may be.
Saw a lot of push-ups yesterday. Stuffed by Lily at 5'11". That had to feel good.
Great job by Lily setting this up. Oh, phenomenal block, good press. She's loving it, her team's loving it, really firing them up.
Good reaction, too. A little stare down. Service error by Meyer.
And if you're Lily, you're like, I just got an unbelievable block, girlfriend. Come on, keep it in. Help the sister out.
Kentucky swept Michigan of the Big Ten last weekend in Lexington. Edmond missing on that. Whereas Washington was able to sweep South Carolina, another SEC team, to make this regional.
Claire Hoffman back to serve. Really nice server. This ball just really drops. It dies right in front of you.
A nice heads-up play by Badgerman.
She's such a competent player. She said, you know, I want to be the most competitive player on the floor. And Keegan Cook said, if that's what you want to be, you got to become the most competent player, meaning you have to understand this game through and through in every facet of it. And so she became a student of the game, and she made her biggest improvement last spring. And she's been the driving force for this Washington team. That speaks to the competitiveness and the competency that she shows.
Kentucky's taking a timeout right now as it's a 3-0 Washington run. The Wildcats have won part of their third straight SEC title. First time in Kentucky history they've won that many. This is their 15th straight NCAA tournament appearance. And they've been led by Leah Edmonds and Gabby Curry all year. And of course, Madison Lilly is also an All-American as a setter. So Kentucky's been put on the volleyball map by Craig Skinner. We asked him about the SEC in general, which got 6 teams in this year. And he said, we've always had good athletes, but now all those good athletes have grown up playing volleyball for the first time. So you're really seeing the combination of athleticism and volleyball IQ from the club system and growing up playing as children.
Absolutely, and they've had a couple of key coaching changes within that conference that have made a huge difference. And for the first time, he said, I feel like we've been really prepared going through conference for the NCAA tournament. A couple of years ago, that wasn't necessarily the case. You play in a down kind of conference, you're not prepared for the competition you're going to face in the NCAA tournament. That's no longer the case for the SEC.
Hoffman waiting to get the green light to serve. And there's a miss out of the back row from Stumler.
I like the decision to a degree, trying to mix things up, go straight down the middle with Stumler. But you got Leah Edmond on the outside pin right now. Up front, use your SEC Player of the Year.
It's a tip from Edmond. And Edmond sends it out of play for another kill. That's her 4th. Edmond's been averaging 5.5 kills per set in the NCAA tournament so far.
How does Kentucky and Edmond handle this situation? You're down 6 points in the first set. Can you handle the adversity and make a pushback? Go on a run here.
Cooper thought they had won the point and turned around, and Washington ends up winning the rally. Cooper thought the block that she had was good enough, started to celebrate, and Washington kept it alive.
Oh, that is just such a hard swing. And the crazy thing is she's 2-3 feet off the net, and she's still able to hit that ball so sharp to zone 4 at Leah Edmond. It's a crazy skill to be able to possess.
Bogomolova serving. And Paris sides out for the Wildcats.
Nice job by Kendall Paris, recognizing she's one-on-one on the slide. She goes right at the block, able to tool it. A nice feel by Madison Lilly of knowing she's got that one-on-one. When you're in a one-on-one situation as a hitter, you need to terminate.
And that's exactly what Bajema does. Terminates. Over 500 kills this season.
Crazy thing is they're out of system and she's still going at it 100%. Keegan Cook says, my team does not tip, does not roll shot often. We are going at it full steam ahead. And usually it benefits them.
There's an ace from LMA Powell. That's her 40th ace of the season. She had 4 aces against South Carolina in their last match. Point Kentucky. That kept Washington from having its largest lead of the match.
And that one hurts because if you remember at the beginning of the set, LMA Powell was the one who got them on their run and was able to extend and pull away. She's a great server, and so that miss hurts.
This time Cooper can celebrate the block. Well, no, she can't. It was out. That ball was out, so the point goes to Washington.
Craig Skinner goes back to Leah Edmond, puts her back in the game for Schmaltz. Just giving him another option out of the back row to attack.
Good Husky block. Now, Washington's been very impressive in this first set. They've hit 474 as a team, and they're 3 points away from wrapping it up.
They're just so physical and big up front. They're putting together such a phenomenal block. They're closing it. It's a force to be reckoned with. Great pancake.
That's got to go over.
Phenomenal, phenomenal play.
Good up again by Bajema. And the tip is Washington is relentless in that rally. Hoffman ends the rally.
For a team that doesn't tip and take many roll shots, great timing by Claire Hoffman. But look at this pancake. Get you some Aunt Jemima syrup ready, Sammy. Great defense.
And, you know, we were thinking that Kentucky's speed would bother Washington, but Washington's just been good in all facets here in this first set. Speed hasn't bothered them.
I'm impressed with their ability to close at the net right now. And a part of that is because Washington has served so aggressively. They've made Kentucky more predictable in their offense. When you're out of system, the likelihood as a setter of taking the ball to the outside pin is very, very strong. Washington's dictated a part of this match because of their serving.
Lauren Tharp, sophomore from Louisville, in to serve. And a service error gives Washington set point. Shane McPherson, she started the match serving. She'll hope to end the set doing the same thing. That is good. Meyer keeps Kentucky in the set for now. It's still set point Washington.
Nice job by Lily to get her feet to the 10-foot line, a ball that's a little bit far off the net, and still be able to force her middle in that situation to Leah Meyer. Secured the one-on-one.
And again, a couple of set points have been saved by Kentucky, as if they can't win this set, at least they're starting to try to build some momentum into the second.
And that's the thing, if you're Washington, you don't want to string them along. Terminate and get out of this thing. Don't give them any unnecessary momentum.
Well, the lead was just too big for Washington, and Lauren Sanders wraps up that opening set for the Huskies. So the number 8 seeds, coming all the way from Seattle to Waco, have made the trip worth it after the first set, as Washington hits 500 in that opening set and gets by Kentucky.
Serve, and then within defense, some of these balls are manageable coming from Washington. Can you stay in system, really push the tempo, and beat the block to the outside?
Kentucky is in the midst of a 10-match win streak, and Greg Skinner loves the competitive nature of this team. So I'm sure he's not hitting the panic button after that first set. This is a 3 out of 5 set match. The winner will move on to face Baylor in the regional final in volleyball. The regional final is the last 8 of the tournament.
Kentucky full of alpha competitors, including Gabby Curry right there. They're going to need to dive onto that competitiveness if they want to come back and settle this 1-1.
First swing is an absolute hammer by Claire Hoffman. Wow.
And this is somebody who is not the first option, but in that out-of-system situation, they go to her because they have to, and boy, does she just bury it cross-court.
She knocks some air out of the ball. Edmond trying to answer, and does. That was Cooper getting the kill, and Cooper rotates out.
Lauren Tharp, a Louisville kid, went to a rival of mine, Mercy Academy. She's trying to get a run going for Kentucky.
She comes in to serve a lot. It's not going to work this time. And again, it's 21 in white. Claire Hoffman getting the kill, and now goes back to serve. She's got 4 kills now. Hoffman was born in Eugene, Oregon, the home of Nike, and her mom was on the track team at Oregon.
Great dig. Ball
The officials stopping play. There was something out on the court. So they'll replay the point.
A ball was rolling out on the court. Replay. And that's kind of sad because that was shaping up to be an awesome rally.
Yeah. Don't see that happen very often.
Usually when kids are your ball girls and boys.
Off the slide. Missed.
And I love the competitiveness and intensity from Keegan Cook on the sideline. It's like he's relishing in the celebration with them. Great job by Shane McPherson getting her toe on the line, knowing exactly where that ball was going to land.
The back set. And just touched over by Stumler. Stumler, a National Player of the Week earlier this year, back in October. This is just her sophomore season. She's a 6-rotation player. All SEC this year. And they're just emphatically hammered straight down by Bajema. That's her 6th kill.
And Kentucky prepared for that all last night when we watched their 90-minute practice. They said Bajema's go-to shot is cross-court, right on that 10-foot line between zones 4 and 5. They know it's coming, and yet they're still unable to dig it. That's the crazy part.
Good serve. Bogomolova brought in and gets the ace. That's her 26th of the season. Bogomolova, her dad, Alexander, had a long professional career in Russia and just moved into coaching. Her mom was a basketball player. Her brother played volleyball as well.
A nasty serve.
Hitting error by Edmond and another point for the Huskies. And Washington's up 6-2.
This is where you have to stay patient. You can't allow yourself to get frustrated. There was a little bit of a miscommunication on that last ace. Now a hitting error, back to back. Can you stay calm, get a good pass, side out of this situation?
Edmond with a tip.
Love the finesse. Love Edmond's understanding of the situation. She sees the double block lining up right in front of her. She tips it right over top of Ella May Powell. So close to her back, a defender unable to get that close to dig it up. Really nice placement.
That ended a 3-0 run by Washington. And an ace by Meyer.
There we go, a couple of smiles. Couple of butt slaps, that's exactly what they need. They need the momentum to start shifting back. Starts with an aggressive serve.
Meyer a middle, she hasn't had a lot of aces this year. That was a real pickup for Kentucky for her to get that ace. And then a miss. So Kentucky coming back now within one as they've answered with their own 3-0 run.
Bench is loving it. They've got their cheers ready to roll.
Service error by Meyer. And that is already the fourth service error for Kentucky. And they've had just that one ace by Meyer. Nice swing by Paris.
Keegan Cook a little bit upset. Wanted a double called on the set. But a nice job. Jack setting by Lily, going back against the grain. Get a one-on-one on the slide. Free ball situation, you have to terminate.
And they do. And that's Paris again, her third kill.
And if you've noticed in the last couple of stints, Kentucky's been the more aggressive team from the service line, and it's really benefiting. They get Washington out of system, which results in a free ball, and then they run it back down their throat with a slide. But that cannot continue to happen. You're going on runs here, but you can't keep missing and giving free points back to Washington.
5 service errors on Kentucky. Cooper comes flying in, but is unable to get the kill. Point goes to Washington.
Off of A.B. Nice's left hand. But a net violation. And it's evident Washington is coming after Allie Stumler in the back row. Every serve has gone at the sophomore outside hitter. Part of it probably is the fact that they don't think she can pass as well as some of the others. Another is to tire her out. When you're passing and attacking throughout the entirety of a match, it definitely takes a toll on your legs. Set it! Get 2 hands on the ball,
Got a hand
Sam.
on it. I'm playing beach. One hand.
Really nice job, just dropping it right in front.
And that is good. That breaks a 7-3 run.
Impressive start by Claire Hoffman.
Yeah.
If you listen to Kentucky's practice yesterday, they expected her to be the last option, and right now she's doing a nice job driving the ball deep into the court.
She's got 5 kills, 3 digs. Edmond tools the block, and Kentucky has tied the score at 10. Service here again.
Just when you think Kentucky's about to go on a run and put something together, they let Washington off the hook. And Greg Skinner says he wants his team to be super aggressive in their serving, but not to at the cost of making multiple errors, which is exactly what we've seen. Ooh, that doesn't happen often.
And that was Cooper on the right side. She's got 6 kills. And Cooper, a junior college transfer from Iowa Western, rotates out. She was a junior college All-American.
A little bit of an uncharacteristic miscommunication between Bajema and Drexel. If you're Bajema, you're the leader, the alpha in that relationship. You got to step forward and take that dig.
Good up by Edmond. Hammered by Meyer.
Really nice job going to the slide. Leah Meyer, that's her favorite set. She gets outside the block, cuts it past libero Shane McPherson. Really strong play.
Kentucky up by 1. First lead for the Wildcats, and they give it away again with another service here. I mean,
if Craig Skinner had hair, he'd be pulling it out right now. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, that's a lot of service errors, Katie. 7 already. And he talked about yesterday's, as you mentioned, them wanting to serve more aggressively. But at some point, do you pull back? I mean, how do you address this with your team if you've got 7 errors?
I don't think you address it too much because you don't want them thinking about it. But here's the deal. When you can do something like this, like Leah Edmond can, when you can terminate, now you need to put it together. Back-to-back points. Go on a run here. It's a nice serve getting Washington out of system.
Bajema misses. That is only the 2nd hitting error for Bajema.
Allie Stumler, you need to do it again. Be aggressive, but keep it in play.
14-12 Kentucky here in the 2nd set. Washington won the 1st set. And it looked like McPherson was trying to make a play, but she slipped.
And this is something Keegan Cook talked about in practice. He wants Shane McPherson to take that ball. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. They go to the huddle. They'll figure it out when they come back.
Well, Kentucky has a 15-12 lead here in the 2nd set, but they have survived a lot of service errors here in the match.
They're a great serving team, especially after losing to Texas A&M earlier on in the season. They made a switch in their philosophy, and we're averaging 1.8 aces per set, but right now, they're clicking on all cylinders offensively, but then they're shooting themselves in the foot with the service errors. You've got a 3-point lead. You got to keep it in play while being aggressive. Manage this game so you can tie things up 1-1.
The winner of this moves on to face Baylor in the regional final tomorrow.
Nice read by Leah Meyer.
Point Washington.
A little bit of sweat on Kentucky's side. They're going to take a towel, mop it up.
It's pretty warm here in the Farrell Center today. It's warm outside.
It's so warm. This turtleneck was a mistake.
I have no jacket right now, so.
Layering, smart.
That's right, we're heating up here in Texas. Unlike up in Madison, Wisconsin, where our crew up there is freezing. Oh, nice dig in the back row by number 11, Crenshaw. And then right off the body of Inosko. And finally, Kentucky can celebrate as Meyer gets the kill off the slide.
Great dig by Shannon Crenshaw in middle back. I mean, look at this, just gets under it right at the last moment. But Kentucky stays patient. They continue to bring the heat. Skirts that one right inside the block.
Kentucky trying to tie this match at a set apiece. Bajema sides out for the Huskies.
Nice
That's her
job
7th.
Bajema getting through. Kendall Paris on the block, middle block for Kentucky. She just needs to drop and hold that left hand a little bit longer, and that ball won't skirt through.
Powell serving. Ace. Her 40th ace of the season.
And this is dangerous. Ella Mae Powell was the one who got them on the run earlier on in set 1 that gave them that nice lead and cushion. She's in position to make this comeback for him right now. And then some.
Roll shot from Edmond doesn't fool the Huskies. Edmond again. Nice up from Crenshaw.
Another long rally. Who can sustain it?
Edmond answers and gets the point for Kentucky.
Sammy Drexel trying to work her way inside a little bit slow. When you see that sets inside, you got to go get it. And then you can't just lay it up softly for Leah Edmond, who's got unbelievable hang time to throw it right back down.
Cooper has rotated in now for Kentucky as well on the front line with Edmond. And Edmond again.
I love that. You're out of system.
As Baylor, they're also in final exams as well. And realizing they're on camera.
Oh yeah, you should be dancing after that performance today.
That's
Especially you, Yasi.
Presley up in the upper left. McGee next to her. Baylor will be playing tomorrow at 4 Eastern time. That's 3 here in Waco. And they'll face the winner of this match.
That's what I love. You got a senior sitting right next to a freshman. You don't see that often. Usually you hang with your class. But the chemistry of this Baylor team is pretty special. That was easy to gather in talking with Ryan McGuire. A lot of it stems from that woman right there.
They are the #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Our coverage will continue past this weekend with the national semifinals on Thursday, December 19th. That's at 7 Eastern on ESPN. For more information on the NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship, visit ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. National semifinals and championship in Pittsburgh this year. There's a baby bear. There's a cub. Is that what I call him? No, he's a husky.
He's a human.
Thanks for that clarification.
Just kidding.
Appreciate that.
A husky, a bear, something. He's an animal.
He was a pup. Edmond, plenty of time. Good dig. And crushed by Drexel. Washington has retaken the lead.
Drexel's got that knee brace on her left knee. Not the most mobile or twitchy athlete by any means, but boy, does she pack a heavy arm, and you just saw it there.
Washington's won the last 4 points to take this lead. And Edmond ties the score.
First one to 20. You always want to be the first one to 20, and then you want to lock in. It's a game to 5 from there.
It is 19 all. Kill out of the middle by Nice.
And that's something we haven't seen in a long time from Washington. A set to the middle. This is a nice job by Ella Mae Powell going in transition, setting the quick one set off of her body. A.B. Nice cut back against the double block. That keeps defenses on their toes when you're able to run it to the middle.
That is dumped down easily by Lauren Sanders, and all of a sudden Washington is up 21-19.
If you're Kentucky, you do not want to let this set get away from you. You do not want to go down 2-0 here. Fight your way side out and then go on a run to combat this.
Edmond.
Nicely done.
She gets the kill for Kentucky, and the Wildcats are within one. Bajema actually gets the point for Washington there.
Nice job managing the set. It was a little bit too low. Badge was still able to get the kill. Takes about 70%. Finishes it on the other side of the net.
Good serve receive from Cooper. Edmond is denied by Sanders. And the Huskies lead 23-20. Timeout Kentucky. The team, though, has a win over Wisconsin this year.
And I can see why. I mean, what we've seen so far, this little comeback that they've been able to go on, 8-2 run, they are a well-oiled machine, especially when they're passing well in system.
Coach Ryan McGuire watching this match intently. We've already seen the players up in the stands. Another block by Sanders. And it is set point Washington.
And what a momentum shift we've seen. Nice serve, but a really good job by Powell and Sanders closing that block, going up as a united front. Strong, strong blocking team Washington is.
Stumler goes over the front line, and Kentucky has stayed alive for now.
Love it. Great awareness by Stumler. You know you've got Drexler back on the line. Can you move her forward and beat her? Really nice placement by Stumler.
It remains set point for Washington.
Good serve. Oh, good serve.
Couple of set points saved by the Wildcats. And Washington takes a timeout to try to figure out how to lock down this set as they come back out.
Lauren Tharp for Kentucky. Nice serve there to get the ace. Can you keep the pressure on within reason to keep your team in this set?
Washington ended finals yesterday. Kentucky's also taking finals. That's one of the things these student athletes have to endure this time of year in the tournament. Still set point here for Washington. 3 straight set points saved by Kentucky. Tharp has 2 aces in those 3 points.
And this set just got a lot different thanks to Lauren Sharp. Tharp.
Final set point here for Washington.
Oh my gosh, wow, 3 aces in a row. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Sam?
Unbelievable. 3 aces in a row for Tharp. She had 16 for the entire season.
Oh, Ella Mae Powell, you dirty, dirty woman from the sophomore setter.
That hit the end. By virtue of a successful challenge by head coach Keegan Cook, is up 2-0. Kentucky fought so hard to get back in that set, but in the end, they did show a little dog, Katie, and the Huskies win the set to take a 2-0 lead. They're 1 set away from a date with the Bears tomorrow. Kentucky and Washington. Our match will take place at 4 Eastern tomorrow, so the Bears looking pretty chill and casual right now.
As they should. They put in a good amount of work today.
When you are in the situation they're in, Katie, what can they learn from watching this match?
You're really just watching tendencies to see how certain hitters hit, what their go-to shot is. I'm sure they're watching Bajema and saying, okay, cross court, that's where she makes her money. And yet Kentucky's still having a hard time defending her. So you really be able to pick up on tendencies, where people like to serve. It's just reaffirming more than anything.
Edmond with a serve or a hitting error in the first swing of this set. Kentucky in danger of its season ending if they can't win this set. Stumler goes down the line. Excuse me, Meyer goes down the line.
Really nice job by Madison Lilly jump setting that ball, so she takes one blocker with her. As the blocker's on their way down, that's when Meyer has the window to get the kill.
And Edmond thought she had a kill. What a pursuit by McPherson.
Unbelievable play by Shane McPherson.
But eventually Kentucky wins the rally. Edmond, her 9th kill.
Really nice pickup. But here's the kill. Edmond goes high hand cross court.
Kentucky with the block. It was interesting yesterday, Craig Skinner saying whoever won the long rallies he thought would win this match. And that was a long one in favor of Kentucky.
Nice job by Leah Edmonds setting up the block. Leah Meyer working her best to get out and close. Really nice job being a unified front.
Getting some more sweat wiped up off the court. Stumler is back, getting ready to serve. Stumler actually doesn't get a lot of credit, but she makes Edmond better. She takes a lot of attention sometimes, frees Edmond up. A dump over, that was easy by Meyer. She was way above the net. And Kentucky jumps out to a 4-1 lead. And we welcome you back down south to Waco, Texas, in the Farrell Center on the campus of Baylor University. Baylor is already in the regional final, joining Wisconsin. Congratulations to the Badgers. This is the number 8 seed Washington Huskies against the number 9 seed Kentucky Wildcats. Washington is up 2-0 in this one. Kentucky must win this set to keep its season alive. Washington up 2-0. They have been just too tough today for the Wildcats. The defense has been so strong. Kentucky's speed has not bothered Washington, but in this set, Kentucky has the advantage 5-3 early.
They did a nice job refocusing during the break. They've settled in, especially in the start of this third set.
The second set ended on a successful challenge by Washington coach Keegan Cook. There's Powell with the dump.
Really great awareness by Powell here. She goes up, she looks like she's gonna dump. Everybody thinks she's going forward, and then she takes that right hand, just dishes it back outside of the defender's base. Really nice play.
And Powell now has 3 kills as the setter. High-flying Leah Edmond. This is a match where there's no shortage of star power. You've got Edmond for Kentucky, Bajema for Washington, 2 of the most dynamic outside hitters in the country.
And what I love is that they're lined up against each other. They're going 4 for 4 so many times. Edmond swings at Bajema. Bajema swings right back at her. It's made for a very fun match so far.
Kentucky was struggling with service errors earlier in this match, but they've settled back down. Lily getting the ace. Lily, a two-time All-American, as the setter. All SEC this year. And another Kentucky block. Edmond combining with Paris.
And for Washington, they had the edge in games 1 and 2. They had that dog that Chris Peterson, retired football coach from Washington, told them they needed. And now you're seeing it flip back to Kentucky's side.
And Kentucky playing with that passion, knowing that their season is on the line here. And Washington taking a timeout to refocus. Lily's just picked up a couple of aces. And Kentucky has moved out to a 9-4 lead in this must-win set for the Wildcats. Well, Leah Edmond, the All-American and one of the all-time greats in Kentucky history, putting the team on her back. This is her 28th match with 10 or more kills. She's at 10 right now. She's also had 3 digs, 3 blocks, an ace. Greg Skinner's really built this program around her in the last 4 years.
It just becomes the expectation from her night in and night out. 28th match with 10 kills. Pretty remarkable.
Side out right away by Bajema of Washington. She's the other star in this match at the outside hitter position. Regional Player of the Year for Washington.
She's just so versatile. The fact that she was able to play middle blocker freshman and sophomore year before they moved her back to the outside, her natural position, just speaks to her versatility, her willingness to get on the court and have an impact immediately as a freshman. She's another one who has had a storied career at Washington.
Nosko keeps it alive. Nice dig by Curry. And Edmond puts it out of play.
Great hustle by Washington, but Edmond has the dagger. They keep it alive, and Bajema still goes with a nice shot, but out of system, high and over the top. Too much speed, too much heat.
No shortage of hustle in this match. I've seen players sacrificing their bodies throughout the entire match. Service error by Edmond. That's the 8th for Kentucky.
Immediately pats her chest. My bad, I got the next one. Settles everybody back down. Now Edmond. You change your focus to siding out.
He went right at Edmond with that serve. Put down by number 15 in white, Kara Bajema.
And what's crazy, she's falling away from that ball, coming down off of her jump, and she's still able to put that ball in front of a defender.
Confidence and competence, those were the 2 things that came together for her, said Keegan Cook yesterday. That's why she's made this big leap.
Really nice job by Madison Lily. Running this offense, she's running forward. You think she's gonna set the outside because it's the easy set, it's right in front of her. She goes back with a quick set behind her head. Results in an easy kill. Oh, my
with the stuff.
Great job by Caitlin Cooper to set that block, and Leah Meyer to reach in and house that one down.
Kentucky up 12-7. This is bonus coverage for you. We'll be going to the Texas match when it starts across the state in Austin.
Really nice job by Sammy Drexel keeping that ball in play. Nice hustle. You said it. So many hustle plays. Back and forth, back and forth. A nice try by Lily, but gosh, Cooper running right into us.
I like your applause.
They need to know.
Yeah,
they need to know that they're doing a nice job. They're sacrificing their bodies. Anything to get to a regional final.
Winner of this plays Baylor tomorrow. Baylor advancing to its first regional final in program history. What a unprecedented year it's been for Baylor. Only 10 teams have won the national championship, and Baylor's just taken the sport by storm this year. Kentucky must win this set to stay alive. That is wide point Wildcats.
Lauren Tharp out of Louisville, Kentucky. She went on the run late in set 2, got Kentucky back in it. Can she do it again? Can she continue to extend this lead that Kentucky's riding right now?
Tharp with 3 aces as Baylor coach Ryan McGuire looks on just behind her. The Baylor team and coaching staff still here watching this match. Stumler, that is perfect. She couldn't have walked it over there any better.
And that's a credit to Madison Lilly right there. Edmond does a nice job digging that one up. Madison Lilly has to fight it, fight it. Gosh, it'll take such a strong core to be able to push it all the way out to the antenna, which is exactly what she does for Stumler.
Desperately get back in this set. Another point for Kentucky, however. And I love the response by Kentucky because that was such a spirit-breaking second set. They had saved 4 set points against Washington, only to lose it on a challenge.
And who was it? Was the X Factor, Lauren Tharp. Still staying back to serve right now on this run.
Collision. Curry running into Lily. Nice block.
Use it.
Meyer goes down the line for her 7th kill.
Just a really nice job. Washington sends over a freebie. Look how Lily pushes this all the way to the antenna. She's got such a small window to get through, but because that set is perfect right there, Leah Meyer able to go up and get it. Beautifully done.
We're getting cleaned up, 17-8. Kentucky in a must-win set to keep their season alive. Kentucky came into this match on a 10-match win streak. They swept Michigan out of the Big Ten last week in Lexington. And a violation there on the setter for Washington Powell with the lift. So the point goes to Kentucky.
And what a response by Kentucky. Just a really solid job by them coming back out.
Tharp, a rare error again. She's had 4 aces in this match. And finally, Washington can hope to start the comeback. If they're down by 9, McPherson, who was on the beach team at Washington serving. Good dig.
Oh.
Edmond missed it.
I love the idea. I love the run. Nobody saw the bit coming from Edmond out of the back row. Just a little bit too much heat, a little too much power. Airmails this one, doesn't get quite on top of it as she would have liked.
Well, this time the Huskies were waiting on Meyer.
And so that one's an easy one to read. The pass takes you there. Madison Lilly's backpedaling. It's the easy set. I would have loved to have seen her get her feet there and go against the grain, jack that ball back out to the outside, because Washington's blockers were just sitting there waiting for the roof.
Huskies getting a little momentum going here now. There's an overpass, another joust won by Lilly. Point Kentucky.
Nice awareness there by Lilly and by Leah Meyer. They get tangled up, so Madison Lilly stays on the inside to block, comes right off the set. Nice job to Stumbler.
Washington has not lost a match this entire season when they've led 2-0. Stumbler with the error.
You don't want to mess around here. You might have a 7-point lead, but you want to terminate and put Washington away to extend this thing to 4. Don't give them any false sense of security or momentum here.
Washington's only had 9 sweeps this season. Edmond, just too much power. Bajema couldn't make a play on it.
And you saw she was visibly frustrated after missing that dig, because Edmond actually took some off of it. It was an off-speed shot. Bajema would have had an easy dig, but she just takes her eye off of it at the last second. Results in a shrink.
Kentucky up 20-12.
Out of system. Great touch.
That's out, and Kentucky getting closer and closer to sending us to a 4th set. And Kentucky. What a response by the Wildcats after dropping that 2nd set.
Capitalizing on some unforced errors by Washington. Making the most of this 3rd set. Really shifted the momentum back to their side.
They backed their coach up, who told us yesterday what a competitive group it is. Washington does side out.
Gotta say, don't think a middle blocker is gonna make that dig and right back when it's coming with that much power. Onosko right on the money, waiting for the tip. Well done.
Bajema hammers it right at Curry.
A long rally.
What a play by Stumbler.
Great vision, seeing that zone 2 is wide open. She has the finesse and the touch to be able to place it right there. They're out of system. It's a little bit too far in front, and boom, just dribbles it right over the net. Beautifully done from the sophomore.
Kentucky 2 points from a 4th set. Getting some more sweat mopped up on this warm, humid day. Lilly back to serve. Kentucky 2 points from a 4th set. Bajema sides out for the Huskies.
Not going down without a fight in this set. I love the arm swing. Bo goes back to serve. Somebody who has a nice float serve. Kept Kentucky on their toes in the 1st set. Can she do it again?
Net violation on Washington.
And that's Washington falling asleep, quite honestly. You got an overpass. That's an easy termination. A little bit of a miscommunication between Avi Nice and LMA Powell. You got to be ready for that, waiting for that. That's a gift.
It is set point as a result of that gift for Kentucky. A chance for the Wildcats to extend their season at least another set. miscommunication there. Washington is still in this set, but a multitude of set points exist for Kentucky. And some more perspiration being wiped up over on the Kentucky side of the court.
This process, Kentucky has well learned. Have you called a game at Memorial Coliseum? You play there in August, early September. It is the hottest gym in the country. You're wiping sweat after every single play. It's pretty standard.
Cooper is denied. No! The up judge overrules, and Kentucky has been given the set. So the Wildcats have extended their season, and we'll move on to the fourth set. We are now going to move across the state to Austin.
Really nice job getting together. Leah Meyer reaching in, filling that seam.
Kentucky out blocking Washington 6-5 right now. And a hammer by number 9, Drexel.
Sammy Drexel is hurting with that toe injury. It's not showing. High extension, laying it down cross court. She's been a good factor for Washington today.
6 kills. Edmond had plenty of time.
Going high hands, tool in the block, making it hard to dig. Nice control and shot selection from Leah Edmond.
Edmond's up to 13 kills now.
Shot selection, that is very hard to say.
Especially when you have to say it fast.
Yeah.
Kentucky's a different team right now.
They've been re-energized, that's for sure. Whatever Craig Skinner told them at the break between sets 2 and 3, it clearly worked. We knew this team had a lot of fight, they have a lot of fun. They bring intensity to the floor, and that's what you're seeing right now.
Again, Washington hasn't lost a match this year where they led 2-0. Side out by Hoffman.
Really nice job just going up and getting after that ball. But the nice thing about Claire Hoffman's attack is it's always deep in the court. And when the further deep it is, back to those corners makes it so hard to defend. That's what Hoffman has going for her right now.
Bajema gets the kill for the Huskies. She told the block.
I hate to say it for either team right now. If you're out of system and going off speed, you're just giving a gift to the other team. Because both teams have such good defense, they're able to push it in system off of the off-speed shot.
Bajema now with 17 kills. She's hitting .519 in the match. An answer.
Nice job by Kendall Paris going on the slide around. Off 1 foot. Really strong cutback shot.
Lily getting her serving instructions. Bajema again. Only 3 hitting errors from Bajema.
A nice pass starting with Kaylin Onosco. She's kind of like a bull in a china shop. Gets that nice pass up. LMA Powell able to go to the pin. Results in a kill. Like it often does when Bajema's involved.
Good serve. Bogomolova with the serve. Ace. From St. Petersburg, Russia. She was a member of the Russian under-18 national team and played in the World Championships on that team in Peru. That's a rare miss from Bajema.
Kentucky looking to use it. Leah Edmond goes to the back row. Back to serve. Look for her to be another option, a part of Kentucky's offense, coming out of the back row. you.
Point Kentucky.
It's like they heard me.
He called it.
Just makes your offense so much hard to contain when you've got weapons coming out of the back row. Not only do you have to deal with 3 hitters in the front row, you got to keep an eye on Edmond no matter where she is on the court.
Good pursuit by Kentucky, but Nice did a nice job.
A.V. Nice gets the quick 1 set. The touch is great. That's exactly what you want in the block, but unfortunately Curry and Edmond went for the same ball. A little bit of a lack of communication there. Had one stayed on their feet, they would have been able to pull that ball back in.
We're tied at 6. Powell back to serve.
Nice job by Edmond fighting that one off.
Touch by Cooper. Stemler goes off the hands of Powell.
Great job. You're out of system, getting the set from your libero and Gabby Curry. You're inside a bit. Stemler comes in, cuts it right back down the line, going thumb up over top of Powell. Heads up play.
Stemler missed. No touch. Point Washington.
Similar situation. Stemler trying to go high over top of the block. Unfortunately, Washington's got such a big block. You got to try to find some hands, tool off.
7-all here in the 4th. Washington can win the match if they win this set.
Off-speed shot.
And Washington takes the lead 8-7. Now Cooper is denied.
Really tough block. You got A.V. Nice in the middle, alongside Claire Hoffman setting it up on the right side. Oh, and Hoffman, the solo. Beautifully done.
Washington leading for the first time in this set. Stemler trying to catch up. That's her 10th kill. So this is her 24th match this season where she's had at least 10 kills. And Nice puts it down for the Dogs. The Huskies take a 2-point lead.
I like A.V. Nice's game. She's really strong when she goes in front of the setter, but she's kind of that under the radar workhorse of this team. She doesn't get a lot of credit, Keegan Cook says, but gosh, is she the kind of heart and soul of this team that they need.
Nice has 6 kills, no errors. And another point for Kentucky as the Wildcats close the gap to 1.
She has one of the highest volleyball IQs, Cook says, that he's ever coached.
Who, Nice?
Nice just understands the game. She takes a deep dive into the scouting report. He said that kind of understanding elevates her game, and it doesn't necessarily show up in the stat line.
More sweat being wiped up from that Kentucky side of the court. Now, Kentucky players are tripping all over each other. They still make the play, but it's Washington.
She's right there. She makes her move out, but she's a little bit far off the net, leaning back when she goes for the block. If she had been able to get her feet there and press over, she would have been able to get that block. Nice job by LMA Powell, keeping that ball off the net. Hoffman able to muscle it through.
Drexel waiting to serve. Oh, that felt good. Just too easy for Meyer. She's got 9 kills now.
One-on-one here. Great setup by Madison Lilly. It's just Leah Meyer, and that's what I'm talking about. She's going right between Gabby Curry and Leah Edmond time and time again. And they are struggling to be able to dig up this powerful shot. And they know it's coming there. That's her go-to shot. It's her bread and butter. She stays within her arm swing, within her body. It's her power shot, and it's working right now.
Bajema just establishing a new record for kills at Washington. There have been so many great players that have played for the Huskies. That's an impressive record to have. A couple of their All-Americans are here today watching, All-American alumni. Good dig.
Off-speed shot.
Edmond is denied by Nice.
They just have her number on this one. The ball falls inside, which is likely to happen when it's out of system like that and your libero's setting you up. But they keep their block bunched in. Heads up play by Washington's big block.
Nice with 4 blocks in this match. Just out.
Nice communication by Allie Stumler and Caitlin Cooper.
Bogomolova rotates out. Edmond back to serve.
Down by 2, can you even it up? Can you even it up within this possession?
Edmond pursues it. This has got to go over. And Nice unleashes again.
Love the play call. Sammy Drexel does a nice job handling the free ball situation. Ella May Powell, quick one set right on her body. And look at that, you only got 1 block right in front of you. Avi Nice, good vision. Goes thumb up, cuts that ball crossbody.
Nice 7 kills on 11 swings. That's a .636 hitting percentage. Cooper terminates on the right side.
You needed that one right there. Again, you can't keep trading a couple of points for 1 point in a side out if you're Kentucky. You got to go on a run offensively here.
Cooper now with 10 kills. Kentucky has 3 players with 10 or more. Stumler finds success.
Really nice job by Powell, going up one hand, able to set Avi Nice. Avi Nice mistimed it just a little bit, places it right in Leah Meyer's hands. She's able to finish with the block.
Kentucky within 1 in a must-win set. Bajema just had too much time. It's unstoppable.
She will not go away. If you're Kentucky, you just hope for an off-speed shot every now and then, but she won't give it to you. It's power after power shot. Muscling it through the seam.
She touches 10-6. You can see it there.
And that, unfortunately, comes out of Powell's hand just a little bit low. Claire Hoffman unable to get her feet in time. Rather than recognizing the situation, she still tries to cut it down the line right into Caitlin Cooper's block.
Tharp is back to serve. It's who Kentucky would love to have back there. It's important for Washington to side out here.
Phenomenal dig. Phenomenal dig. Great defense on the other side, though.
One of those long rallies Craig Skinner said was crucial to win, and they do.
Well done by Kentucky. Textbook volleyball starts with Gabby Curry. Watch this dig. One-handed, brings it back into the court. And then Leah Edmond on the bit, wrist away. Exactly what Washington had scouted, but too much muscle to handle.
Can you tell we're sitting in front of the Kentucky fans?
Not at all. Oh, you mean the
like
Go Big Blue chant?
I feel like I'm in Lexington. They have caught the Huskies. It's the 7th tie of this set. And Nice tries to silence the Kentucky fans.
And she's been so effective on the quick one set right in front of Powell's body. She cuts this one back to zone 5 right at Gabby Curry. If Avi Nice comes back around in this set, I'm setting her time and time again. 8
kills for Nice as she rotates out. Stumler had a lot of time. Bajman out of the back row.
Nice dig by Tharp.
And a thumper by none other than Meyer. Man, she crushed it. That's her 10th kill.
Really nice job by Lauren Tharp getting the dig. Lily goes to the backside. Look at that gap. Huge seam. She's able to find it, muscle it right through. Really nice job by Leah Meyer finding the gap set up by Madison Lilly.
Again, Meyer, a graduate transfer from Duke, getting her MBA at Kentucky. Nice touch. That is a cerebral shot by Hoffman.
Yes, it was, for a team that does not tip or roll often. Heads up play, going right over top of the block, catching Kentucky's defense off guard, back on their heels.
The Huskies trying to win this match in 4. And play Baylor tomorrow afternoon here in Waco. Put up by Curry.
Great defense on both sides. Oh, beautiful! Nobody home. That's a phenomenal set by Madison Lilly. Great play, great rally by both sides. Tharp with the dig there. Off-speed shot. Gabby Curry keeping that thing alive. And then watch this kill. Block not there. It's like parting the Red Sea. It's unfortunate because she wins that against a 6'4" Lauren Sanders.
Watch Lily, she touches the net.
Touches the net on her way back. I wouldn't, well, he doesn't have the video like we do.
Oh, they're going to challenge it.
I hope they could just look over here and we could be like, don't challenge that one. We see it. We
It's
see
the
it right
last
here.
challenge, too, for Kentucky. Unless they get to a 5th set. You get an additional one. This is the 3rd challenge of Kentucky.
Just on the follow through, she pushes so hard.
Yeah.
It actually looks like her knee almost hits it.
Some nice ups there from Lily. I know you're envious.
I am.
Lily is a 5'11" from Overland Park, Kansas. 2-time All-American. And I've been told they're actually looking at something earlier in the rally. So let's see. But clearly, the net violation was a correct call, but I'm not sure what Craig Skinner's challenging if it's not that. Kentucky wins that challenge. They called a net violation.
Oh, and look at the bench. They love it. There's a pyramid. Kudos to Craig Skinner.
A violation on Sanders earlier in the rally.
That is huge. You go from 21 to 19 if you're Washington, now tied up at 20. Oh, nice catch. Sanders comes down into the net, just side of her body.
That was a massive challenge. It's 20-all now. Washington was beneficiary of a successful challenge earlier. Kentucky's out of challenges and an ace delivered by Lily.
Talk about irony if Kentucky wins this set off of the challenge after losing the 2nd set via a challenge. Phenomenal ace. A little bit of a lack of communication there between the back row of Washington. Another great serve.
Washington was clearly aggravated at the end of that challenge. They didn't see that coming. Time to refocus. Kentucky's up 1, trying to keep their season alive. Bajema sides out for the Huskies. We're tied at 21.
Again, if you need a kill, if you need somebody to terminate, look no further. Against a triple block, she's able to go off of Edmond, the left side, who's coming all the way over to help out on that block and tool it for the point.
Bajema with a double-double today. Bajema puts it down, and the Huskies take the lead.
Starts with defense. Check it out here. Great job getting that ball up and into play, and then here's the kill. Bajema going 4-4, just outside of Curry. Curry, stay home. Stay up on that 10-foot line. You can make that dig.
Point Washington.
Nice hustle. Can you stay composed?
Timeout Kentucky. Greg Skinner wanting to keep Kentucky composed as they're 2 points away from their season ending.
You got to settle in, take a moment, catch your breath. This set is far, far from being out of your reach. It's just interesting. You got Leah Edmond and Bajema going head-to-head right now in this rotation. Bajema gets the better of her there on the block. And so now Kentucky has shifted over to get Leah Edmond out on the outside in her natural territory. Good control by LMA.
Bajema misses, and the drama continues. It is still match point for Washington, however.
Live to see another point. You need strong, solid defense from your block and backcourt D if you're Kentucky.
The dump puts Washington into the regional finals.